of the town. And going around the coast through Fitzgerald Bay and Point Douglas, it's our little nirvana as such.
We've got all this industry in town here, and let's just keep it all in one spot. I don't propose that they don't go ahead with these facilities if they're needed, but I think to go and plonk them in the middle of such a beautiful spot is complete insanity.
We go to Lowly because it's fun and it's beautiful, and with the hills around it too, it sort of has everything.
All the way down to Port Lincoln, there's nothing like that on the Eyre Peninsula. So there are a few places on the west coast, but from the scenic point of view and the special place and special feeling and attracting more tourists, it's just only there. And there must be something, in people's nature, they tend to destroy, what's beautiful, and then when they see how it's destroyed, they start regretting and try to fix, things, but it's usually late.
They bring the children out. They come to the cottages all the time, and have camps out here, and that peacefulness isn't going to be here anymore.
Came to this community at the age of 10. From that age onwards, going out to the Point Lowly Peninsula was a regular occurrence. It's a place that you went out to swim and to fish and to camp. It's part of your sense of place when it comes to Whyalla, and it does bother me that you've got people outside of our community that have got an incredibly instrumental view of our community, an incredible one-dimensional view of our community, that just want to come in and essentially bulldoze their way through to this development, and I think that is not on.
We definitely don't want to see that area, a unique area of the world, surely that has relevance. If it has relevance for people travelling here from overseas, to visit these areas, to experience something that only happens in this area of the world, surely isn't that something to cherish, to treasure, to make sure that we keep for generations and generations to come? Much more important than shipping ore out and just turning the Gulf into a wasteland and destroying the marine life along the way.
Our community is being used, and it's being used because people external to our community have got a very one-dimensional view of Whyalla. Industry is an incredibly important part of Whyalla. It's our economic foundation, but there's also other elements that make it worthwhile living in a community like Whyalla, and that is just not appreciated by people in their offices in Adelaide and in Macquarie Street in Sydney and over in Western Australia, where some of these mining companies come from. It makes me angry when one of these miners come in and just dismiss the only two decent beaches within 100 kilometres, that's just a couple of beaches. So for outsiders to come in and for little return to our city, just in a blasé way, just dismiss something of enormous value to our community, it's just not on.
Because that is a thing with us, that we don't talk. We don't go saying this and that, and that's why, I don't know, what's happening now. And because of that, look what's happening. Everything is being taken away from us. And I just feel so sad about it all. And our people wouldn't even talk up and say, no, this is wrong, what you're doing is wrong, and that this is what we do. They just sat there with their head hanging. And that's history. We know that. And that's the way, and that's a part of our culture. And there was no written history. Everything was just passed on. But now a lot of our people are dying out. The ones and that, and we've got nothing. So it's about time we all got together and start talking up. That's it.
Cause looking at it from here seems pretty good to me. And I don't wanna go and live on Mars, cause we'd just go and ruin it with all our stuff, the little things. What about the little things? The little things. How is it that a bird knows where to fly? To find a pool of water 1,000 miles away. And is a whale better than a fish? Just because it's bigger doesn't mean it is. The little things. What about the little things? The little things. I think I'd like to learn about my brain and the relative direction that my heart would like to take, and why my stomach's squeezy just before I go on stage. The little things. The little things. What about the little things? Not so little.
That's why I'm going to zip up. Oh, why did you just give me the other one?
You got one back to front?
I don't know.
Yeah, you have. You've got... Can we film this?
It's filming anyway.
You've got it on back to front.
That way I got it long from. But it is too small. It is too small, I have to say.
No.
It is.
Try it on the right way.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll try it on the other way.